welcome everyone to the continuation of our previous story. And we will be continuing from where we left off previously as part of our Dungeons and Dragons 24-hour stream. Just want to shout out to everyone who got involved with that. We will be uploading this to YouTube just as we've uploaded the previous. We have continued to keep the original Just Giving page open that we were using for Latch Charity for the coming months. So please, if you are looking to still donate, then you still can via Latch. But we're going to continue with our original Dungeons and Dragons game. So thank you to everyone who gets involved. And yeah, I'll see you there in a moment. Time to join our players.
Did we find the stone, yeah?
Here we are, and we're live.
The magic stone?
Have we found it?
No, you didn't find the magic stone. No, you didn't find it. So, we're going to start from where we originally left off in the previous story, but time has gone on a little bit. So I'm going to introduce you to where you are. Okay, so you're currently sat in the darkened... Damien might need to mute, he's picking it. Yeah, there we go. So you're currently sat in your base at the moment. It's gone 1 o'clock in the morning, and the streets are quiet. Your base, still under construction, holds many tables and chairs and many crates full of DIY equipment all over, as the blacksmith and the apothecary is being built. A hastily constructed cage rests in the far right-hand corner of the room, with Ariana's fairy friend resting on a bedroll there. She's been passed out as you've been administering the calming agents to her since you got back, but currently it's been more than a couple of hours and a long rest since, but there still seems to be no signs of improvement. Though the night is dark, those of you that are still up, Achilles, Ariana, Savros, Rogar and Belamac, you hear the sound of tracks and a rumbling across paved cobblestone concrete before a rapping on the door to your warehouse and an urgent summons from a male outside. Forgive me, anyone who's watching, I have got a cough. What would you like to do? So at the moment you're in your base, those of you that are up, and you've heard a rapping on the door. So the door itself is being violently banged at the moment. Someone's trying to get your attention from outside.
I want to have a look out the window up above, so I want to have a butcher's to see who it is.
Yeah, if you want.
Perception checks or something.
Yeah, if you want to roll for a perception check just to see what you see.
Who's rolling?
Who's got the highest?
Brant usually has the highest, but he's not with you today.
I've got a
Brant's in bed.
You got what?
That's-
5?
There's two mats on it.
I've got robot eyes.
Matt's got +5. I've got +1.
Then Warforged Eyes.
That's how we call glasses these days. I got
17.
17. So as you walk to the wooden wooden framing of the window and you look out, you see that there's a light sort of rain that's beginning to descend across the streets of Port Somalia, and they're unusually quiet. A lot of the Zaelith Guard are moving between the streets in an urgent frenzy, and in front of the door a cowled figure with a cart with what appears to be sort of lumpy baggage on top of it, with a sort of mesh quilt thrown over the top, disguising the contents of the cart, and you can see he's furiously banging on the door, shouting to you. What would you like to do?
Just doing a bit of assault. So when he came in to the Myriad's little underground fight ring and got spotted straight away by that archmage, he had got a right fucking ump on. So I'm just sat in the corner, basically sulking, just making my weapon appear and disappear in my hand, just all muttering under my breath.
Just to update you, Zavros, when you did end up leading the Zaelith Guard in the attack, defeating the Myriad forces in the arena, while the rest of your party struggled to contain a fairy.
Yeah, I did a little scrub and catch up. So my thought on that was basically because my patron had given me these new powers, I was feeling all powerful, and then I came in and got spotted straight away and counterspelled. He got fucking ump on
Yeah.
because it was like, no, I'm more powerful than that. What the fuck are you doing? So he just decided to take out the little myriad guys instead. Just sat in the corner, still, you know, sort of underneath his. Like, well, I need to be more fucking powerful than what was that shit.
Yeah. So Zavros has got his ump on.
Achilles didn't do a little scrub, or I think so. He kind of just woken up like, hello.
Yeah, Achilles has woken up. He's completely unaware of the events because there was a damage done to his power source, which still hasn't been repaired yet.
Rogar's feeling pretty chuffed about himself because of the fact that he's just he feels like an absolute badass now. It's just a machine.
Fair. Okay, so Rogar's feeling stronger, but you've still got this guy. He's banging on the door outside. Let me in. Come on, it's quick. It's urgent. I come from Lepidus. Quick, open the door.
So should we let
I'll go
him
to
in?
the door and, yeah, I'll go to the door, just swing it open and go, what the fuck do you want?
Okay.
In front of you, he's not an imposing figure. He's about 5'11", of a slight build when you look at him. Not very muscular, cowled in a dark blue lapis robe. Looking at him, he's very pale and pasty-faced. Looking at you, he says, I'm the court magician, Alexos Night Warden. I've been asked by Lepidus to bring this to your urgent attention. We have a new contract for you. Can I come in? Can I come in? Quickly, come on, it's raining outside.
Yeah, go on, come in. And as he sort of walks past me, I'll just summon my sword to my hand, ready.
Yeah, I'm ready to go just in case.
Okay, so as you walk past and as he's walking past and you summon the sword, obviously he's pulling this cart behind him at the moment, which you can see has sort of got this cowl over it that's disguising the contents as he's walking in through the main warehouse doors where you're standing. As you summon the sword, he sort of stops, glances down, doesn't seem to be bothered at all, and continues to walk in until he comes over to one of the tables and stops, waiting and facing you.
How can we help you on this fine night?
Fine night indeed. We seem to be in some difficulty. And at this point, he grabs the sort of cloak and cowl that's over the cart, tears it back. And as he tears it back, 3 bodies are on the cart itself. So 3 desiccated bodies. Sure, this comes to as a bit of a shock to you, though I'm not sure that you're averse to seeing bodies. It seems that it follows you wherever you go. That being said, I bring urgent news from Lepidus. It seems that some of the most important and influential members of Port Amalia are currently being assassinated. We need you to urgently investigate this. Your contract will award you with 500 gold for discovering and catching the murderer.
So what happened to
That's
these?
nowhere near enough money.
We don't get out of bed for
Like,
less than 1,000
everything that
nowadays,
we've
isn't it?
been through, that is nowhere near. Like, we are a solid team.
We just took down an archmage. Is the
Yeah.
last thing I remember.
500 gold, you shoved up your ass. Like,
We just took down an archmage, and then I just power, and then all of a sudden there's a fairy on the bed that I don't even recognise. Everyone's Rogar's all of a sudden got some bollocks on him. Zavros is in the corner sulking. Matt's not pissed anymore. He doesn't know what's going on.
Let me be clear to you. You were contracted to support the magistrate of this city. Now, I'll be clear. This mission that we're assigning to you holds more than gold reward because, let's be fair, unless you find out who the myriad are, you're never going to complete the contract that you've been provided that will award you much more gold. So I suggest that you take this contract because it'll provide you with the information you need to actually fulfill the mission we've given you.
I mean, didn't we just slaughter a big chunk of the myriad?
No, you slaughtered a big ton of bookies and people that were betting on the fights. The criminal underbelly of the city, you may have defeated some of the worst people around, but let's be fair, you haven't actually completed any part of the quest you provided. It'll take
A bit
more.
rough.
It'll take more than slaughtering a sewer's worth of people to complete your quest.
Which is perfect.
Exactly.
Captain Sylvester at this point has woken up and has come downstairs listening from the top bunk just to find out what this man is saying.
Doesn't like your attitude, that's what it is.
Alexis has bought your nightly feast.
Yeah, he sits forward intently at this.
You'll see there's 3 bodies on a cart.
Nice.
Okay,
Carry on.
carry on.
Don't let me off the rope.
Dismantling the myriad in this city is going to take more than slaughtering a sewer's worth of bookies and criminal underbelly. This goes far deeper, and it's clear that you haven't done your job correctly, as there are main members now of Port Damalian's society that are being assassinated on our streets, probably in recompense for the damage that you did in the sewers. So I suggest that you take this contract.
What's the guard doing now? So obviously they're running around.
They're taking position on street corners at the moment. So when you're looking outside, you can see that they're taking up positions, they're patrolling. So from your own perception of where you've been at the base previously in the hours of past, you can see that they've stepped up their patrols. It seems like a curfew's been imposed.
Can I ask Alexis, why is it that you brought these bodies to us? Why not just the message?
The bodies themselves may contain some clues on how they were killed. I'm to assist you with finding that out and then tracking down whoever it is that has killed them. As I said, the Golden Chain, who are the original mercenary company that we assigned to these contracts, have been released in favour of supporting you. And let me be clear, you are outsiders in this town, which means, as far as it stands, you can be trusted more than anyone else that's here currently. You have proven yourself with defeating that Archmage. That being said, there is far more work for us to complete.
How come we've never seen you before?
Well, the last time that I was there, I was sent to come and dispel some magic barriers from a certain room that you were fighting in. But by
Do
the
we
time...
recognise- Hold on.
Say again, Achilles.
I was just going to say, do we recognise this guy?
No,
We don't
no.
recognise him.
No, so this is the man that Zavros sent the 2 guardsmen to go get.
Oh, okay. So we do we do recognise him. He's not just some random we've never met before. He
has been mentioned. He is the court mage.
Oh, okay.
Alright, well I reckon the captain should look over the bodies. He seems to know his way around them.
I don't know mages.
You don't like mages?
I don't like mages that leave us trapped in a room without helping.
He wasn't a bait to lay you out. Are you saying that though as your character to the court
I
mage?
know who he is, yeah, I don't like him. I'll
Okay.
make that quite clear.
Well, let me be clear to you. Captain, is it? Judging by your attire. It's not just yourselves who are given the quest of fighting and tracking down the Myriad. When I was sent out on a mission to try and find this information that I've brought to your doorstep now today, I was not there to be able to dispel the barriers. My thoughts were that there were plenty of people enough around to defend the magistrate. Clearly not. But if I fulfill...
You seem to be late on quite a few occasions, Alexis. Do we need to start investigating you at all?
Yes, investigate me all you want.
Whilst you're having this conversation, can I investigate the bodies then?
You can carry out an investigation check on the bodies.
Someone might want to do a medicine check too.
Yeah, a medicine check would probably be a good one.
Why?
They're
Determine
dead.
cause of death.
What?
To
Have we
determine
had
cause of
a
death.
rest?
You determine if they're dead.
I got
Calls
20
off.
on medicine.
Okay, so we'll start with Ariana. So Ariana, as you sort of fly over to the bodies that are on the cart, you can see that they're all sort of slumped, very limp on the cart themselves, all piled high. As you get closer, because they are piled up on one another, you can only see one of the bodies fully, and that's the one on top. The body that you see is of a middle-aged man, very fit in physique, muscular, and there is sort of remnants of armour that's on them. Now, when you look at the body itself, you can see that at the top of the metal, where the chainmail would link to their throat, it's been torn, and there's 2 small puncture wounds in their neck, and their entire body seems to be almost dried out. So the body itself appears to be almost shrunken, like the muscles are torn and contorted onto the body. Now,
Like vampire.
could be.
Do vampires live in D&D? They do.
Yeah.
Pretty much anything. We've got a robot guy, a
Okay.
dragon, we've got a pirate.
I'm pretty sure Captain Sylvester is one.
Captain Sylvester is a vampire.
You.
Always have been.
Always have been. That's why you use bite attacks at times.
Why?
From
Why
way
the
up
hell?
ahead, isn't it? You did not look like a vampire in the stream.
Why did you say?
Hang on.
Why did you think when we were in the tavern that I was given an arm to eat rather than any of the food that was in the tavern?
And why do you think he started running
Is
up
it
the
really
walls?
So 2 seconds. So Rogar is going to turn and look at Captain Sylvester, who turned up just after these bodies rolled on, and just goes like, "Do you know anything about this? These are your kind."
I find that written. My kind.
Classist.
Wow.
No, yeah, race. I suppose. Yeah, racist. 100%.
Okay, so the medicine check that you carried out, Rogar, as you're looking over the body, so Ariana's already investigating them. The medicine check that you carry out shows that not one, but all 3 of the bodies have these puncture marks. The rends that have come through any of their clothing, because one of them is in sort of overalls, but they seem to be very smart and well maintained with an official looking medallion on the chest. There seems to be a rend that has allowed the 2 puncture marks to come up. On the back of the 3rd body at the bottom, as you investigate, there are deep rends and claw marks. So there's 4 of them that are coming down in a diagonal pattern across their back. And then it's almost as if they've turned, and then the puncture marks have gone into their neck. Equal to that, though, you also notice that the 3rd body appears to be lifted up and dropped down due to shatterings of their ankles and their knees.
And where were these bodies found?
So, you can ask, are you asking Alexios Night Warden, are you? Okay. The bodies have been located in 3 separate locations and have all been killed within the last couple of hours. The first one was killed during a Damalian ball. So I need to be clear, the first one was killed during a Damalian ball and may indicate why they were able to gain a foothold in keeping the Zeolith Guard away, because the first body is that of the guard captain of the Zeolith Guard that were defending the magistrate's quarters. We found him in the private guard room that he holds. He's the first body that you see. The second body was found in a warehouse just off the port district. The body is that of one of the port wardens and one of the heads of the port officials. They were found behind one of the clerk desks there. That's the second body you see, the slight woman. The third body is that of a tax collector for Port Damalia that was doing the rounds through the marketplace district. Now, nothing was found on the bodies, Fairy. I've been told about your kleptomania before. Feel free to take the medallion off the second body if you're that interested.
No, keep it.
Do we recognise like any sort of symbol on a medallion or anything like that?
The medallions of Clovis Concord is the symbol of the rising sun.
And were they found at the same time, or were they found at different times?
There was about a 2-hour difference between each of them and their deaths, from our current reckoning and from my own sort of examination of the bodies. So there's a 2-hour difference. So they're not happening immediately, But the concern is that there may already be another body or another victim may be on the way already, which is why it's urgent for us to bring this to your attention.
Are they on any sort of path? As in, like, when you were finding them, were they, you know, from the private guard room to this place to that place? Is there any sort of like logical path that followed, or was it just they were found at random points?
We were hoping for a logical path, and the first two bodies seem to coincide with it being logical. My thoughts are that when the arena fight erupted, that it may have drawn them away from their logical path to attack maybe a later victim. Seems to have no logic after the first two. The third one seems to be random. It also seems to be much more violent. It's possible that they may have been rushed on the third attack, judging by the claw marks on the back. That's my reckoning, at least.
Where was the third one?
The third one was located in the market district and is a tax collector. Port Demalia, as you know, is a merchant city and relies heavily on the tax collected on imports and exports.
Have you had any deaths like this in the past?
Never. Well, not at least as long as I've been court mage for the last decade, which is why the concern is so high.
Any witnesses?
No witnesses to the first two. The third one, a guard saw it happen, but he hasn't been seen since.
Where was this guard posted?
You all spoke at once, forgive me.
Go on, Blackwood.
I was just saying a guard, as in like, does this guard have a name or?
Before we were able to question him, he seemed too stunned to be able to speak. The guard ran off in a frenzy, and since then we've not been able to see him. As you can see, the guardsmen outside from the Zaelith Guard are not only stepping up the patrols to see if we can corner whoever it is that's carrying out these attacks, but also to try and locate the guard that's gone missing as well.
And where was the guard posted?
Guard posted was around the market district at the time of the third attack, which is why he's of vital importance to the investigation.
I was just wondering if he was near anything around that area that might have a link to it as well, so we can see his view when he came in.
It's unclear where he was. We couldn't get much information out of him, though not for lack of trying, I have to say. We even tried to calm him down with some forms of magic, but it just didn't work.
So the one was a tax collector, and the other two's occupation was...
A port official and guard captain of the Zaelith Guard.
Brian, are you making notes? I haven't got my pen and paper.
Yeah, lots of notes.
It's got to that point now that we're now like official with it. We're taking notes and everything.
He's the
Well, not
archivist.
I take notes, but I genuinely can't bother to get.
I mean, you didn't take
Jess,
the
yes,
note.
it's very rare that we make notes. Let's be fair, Grant does all the notes.
I take notes every episode.
Did you take the note
He's the
that we
official
have?
note taker.
I designate.
Did you take the note that we have a vampire in our party?
Did not take a note.
No, you did not.
Oh no.
That's also
No.
why I didn't need an underwater breathing potion. When we were getting those.
Didn't fancy that one.
It seems so long ago now.
Why would you not get a water breathing potion? Oh, he's already dead.
Yeah.
That makes
Doesn't
sense.
need to breathe air and doesn't need to eat food. Okay, so the first two then, obviously the third one was done in a rush. But the first two, you said they were found in a private guard's room and sat behind a clerk's desk. So were they sort of like, yeah, were they like positioned in a certain way? So like in the guard's room, was he like laid down in the bed, and like the clerk's desk, were they sort of set up as if they were, you know, working, or?
So the clerk's desk one, to be clear, he was sat, or she was, apologies, she was sat at the desk by it looked like looking over some of the notes from the port officials. It seems that her head was drawn back before the fang bite went in, before she collapsed onto the table and then potentially onto the floor. The guard captain, it seems, was wearing his armour at the time. Naturally, things started to kick off in the Port Amalian ballroom, so it seems that they may have been preparing. The attack, it seems, came from above. Was furious, vicious, and, well, rended a hole in their chainmail before the fang bite went in again.
What time of day was the last one?
The last one was roughly 2 hours ago, just as night fell.
Oh, just as night fell.
How do you get in the daylight? Have you got a daylight ring?
Loads
I
of
don't
questions
think
for Captain now.
I'm just so curious.
The episode now becomes 20 questions of Captain Sylvester.
Sorry, I just like, how'd you get in daylight that you don't burn?
He's not a vampire, he's a vampire. It's very similar to a vampire.
But not a vampire.
Just think Blade, all the good stuff, none of the bad stuff.
I've never watched Blade.
Oh
What?
my god.
Oh, okay,
That's
okay.
grim.
Moving on quickly before this turns into a massive debate.
We just watched Blade for the last like hour and a half of the spring.
I guess we're gonna have to.
Callum says this because he probably hasn't watched it either.
No, I have. No, I just didn't want to get sort of sidetracked into a Blade discussion. Right. So what other questions do you have at the moment?
Relating to the question.
Yes.
No, but I'm messaging Ed later because I want to know all about his character.
So this court mage that's come to us, have they got any idea as to where we can start the investigation other than go to the 3 locations? So Rogar will ask, have you got any idea where we can start our investigation? You know, what would you suggest would be the best place? Is there any ideas where this...
He seems to
creatures come
contemplate it a bit. It's likely, judging by the execution of the first 2, that this may have been planned. The third one, maybe not so much. It seems to be more of a panicked attack more than anything. Possibly the third attack would be your best bet to be able to start, or at least being able to track down the guard. If you're able to find the guard, he may be an eyewitness account to find out more information. I'll be clear though, my main concern is this may be affiliated with the Myriad themselves. If the Myriad are taking out the officials that are not corrupt from Port Malian society, they may be searching to replace them with their own officials. This is why it's vital to your quest to be able to investigate and find who this killer is.
Why do you think they're trying to plan this? Have you got any evidence to suggest that?
Nothing but gut feeling. My concern is that all of these people were known for being stalwarts of the magistrate Lepidus. They were all people that could be trusted. All of them. In some small ways, the magistrate had gone to them in the past and they'd been able to support clearly, and we never had any concern to test their loyalty as others. I feel personally that these attacks are targeted at removing the support network of the magistrate.
Interesting.
So apart from obviously the obvious connection and being high rollers, shall we say, was there any like, sort of project or anything that they were working on together? Any other thing that could sort of link them together as little parties, apart from being trustworthy and working underneath the magistrate?
Naturally, the objective of the assassins that came was to wipe out all of the other magistrates of the 3 cities, but to leave Lepidus in charge. That was the original goal. It's possible that this was a grander scheme to also remove the support network that she could rely on then, if in a pinch, to regain control of the city, judging by the fact that it happened simultaneously with the attacks on the port. On the ball, my apologies.
Is there anyone else that she would trust to the level as she did of these 3?
Myself, which makes it of much more concern, because it's possible that if I am correct, then I may also be a target. Originally, I would have said that the Golden Chain captain of the mercenary company that you met in her anteroom would also be someone, though it seems that the relationship between the two has become strenuous and their loyalty questionable since.
Who's that? Sorry, Callum. I've missed the name.
The guard captain?
The guard captain.
Yes. Do you know how often am I referred to as Callum? I had to take a minute then.
Yeah, sorry, man.
I was like, Callum? I never get called Callum.
It's because you're in trouble.
It's because I'm in trouble, yeah. That's why I was like, take a minute. I go, so I never get called Callum unless I'm in trouble. Okay.
So I thought the...
I need
Just trying to make quick notes.
I need to be
Accept
clear
that.
with you as well that your affiliation and support as a new company may also make you targets of whoever this is as well.
So,
Might make it easier to try and find the ship back again, innit? They'll be coming after us.
You're all thinking.
So is there any... There's nothing of any concern with these bodies now? They're definitely dead, yeah?
I hope so.
I don't want to rock back and then all of a sudden our house is filled with
They just sit up.
dram, whatever they are.
Yeah, Captain, is there anyone that you know, have you feasted on people like this previously? Have they like just come back as
Feasted
one of
on
your
these
kind,
guys?
or-
You did your
Ed?
snack.
Ed, check down into the channel below for me.
Sneaky, sneaky.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so obviously as a Damphia, you're going to have knowledge in the background that they don't know, so I need to update you on that knowledge beforehand. First thing, you're on the website right now, yeah? Okay, the first thing that you're going to note is you're going to have a feeling of undead presence, because you know that. So you've got that feeling of undead presence. In addition to that, you also know that certain vampires can bring back bodies as their vampire spawn. As it stands at the moment, you are detecting the presence of undead in the room with you. So you are detecting the presence of undead in the room with you at the moment. You also know that should it have been a case that these bodies were meant to be killed, they would have been devoured entirely and no evidence would have been left. Fair?
Makes sense.
Okay, check up.
Literally off all this shenanigans.
Wait, D&D come first then, and then
No,
Lord of-
no, no. You had
No.
Lord of the, you had Tolkien. Tolkien was the mythology, and then everything else just grew arms and legs since. So anything you can think of is literally being thrown into the D&D world.
Literally everything. Okay, so obviously I've updated Ed because he's going to have information that is class specific to his character. Now it's up to him if he chooses to reveal that to you or not.
So we just kind of all look. I hope everyone just kind of turns to him.
We don't know that. Or our
No,
character.
but in character, we can all turn to the people like, right, it's a vampire. We can all turn to the David and be like, you got any knowledge?
So, remind me, what was the question?
What's your thoughts on this?
What is that? Vampire attacks happen, you know. In an awful sense of the world, people go eat. You know, it could be random. It may not just be, targeting people. It could just be the fact that they've been unlucky enough to run up on some important people.
So
What's your
why
story again?
why aren't they turning?
So, when it comes to attack from a vampire, if it was a case of they wanted to just feed, they normally wouldn't leave any evidence. So to leave the bodies there, it runs the risk of you having some sort of undead coming back.
Okay.
How do we stop them coming
I
back?
got
with them?
spells for undead, but I didn't think we had any, so I didn't put any.
As he asks that, Achilles slowly wants to starts to get setting up to chop their heads
Well,
off.
changing my spells next time.
Okay, so
He
you're...
just kind of like pulls his sword out and he's just going to go walk slowly over to the.
Okay, so you start to walk slowly over to the bodies. And as you're walking slowly over to the bodies, the first one begins to twitch.
They've turned now. They're going to be vampires.
Achilles kind of turns to him and goes, "Actually, will we be able to speak to these before they start twitching?" So I turn back to him and go, "Can we speak to these people?"
I mean, the welcome to try. Whether they'll speak back is another thing.
Achilles thinks about it and then he kind of suggests and goes, I could just cut their arms and legs off.
Or just tie them up for now.
Or pull their teeth out and they can't.
You can tell Matt by his poster in the background, Walking Dead, he's thought these theories through.
Yeah,
Chop
he's
their arms and legs off. At least I've got them there. They can't do anything. It's a Michonne move all over in it.
I was about to say it's a show move.
It's all right.
Can you see the two sides to the same coin there? You have, let's chop their arms and legs off, or we'll tie them up.
Yeah, one's playing the paladin, one's playing the warforged that's used to fighting enemies.
I've had many people underestimate these undead characters and just kind of sit there with his hand with the top of their arms and legs off.
Did you kill them?
Why would they kill them? It's just their arms and legs.
You would, why? How would you kill an undead?
If we kill Captain, if we chop off Captain Sylvester's arms and legs, I'm pretty sure he'll be at least next to death.
Rogar, can you check
If
down
all
with
of
me,
these go.
please? Gotta wait for him to come down now. Yo, right. What I need you to do for me is to roll a wisdom saving throw, please.
I'm not going to do that without anyone else seeing it.
No, that's fine. You can do it.
Alright, cool. Wisdom.
You just roll a d20 or something and then just add your
Yeah,
wisdom
I'll
score
do.
to it.
That's cool. Yeah, I got wisdom on you. Oh yeah, wisdom. I got it, wisdom. Service says 21.
21. Okay, excellent. Okay, so nothing happens. You're totally fine.
Yeah, what in regards to what though? I was doing sorting the Kinnywink out.
You're totally fine. That's all you need to know.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Can you send Bellimac down to me, please? Someone's having fun with you lot right now. Just wait for Bellimac now so that we can carry this out. Right, you okay?
Yeah, good. You?
Yes, roll a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
A wisdom saving throw.
A wisdom saving throw.
Oh shit. 8.
8, is it? Okay. Right. You don't know why, but you have an
Yeah.
unexplained feeling that whatever you do, you have to prevent the bodies from being destroyed. Under no circumstances can you allow those bodies to be destroyed. You have to keep them alive. They can't be damaged, they can't be attacked. You need to keep those bodies alive, and that is your overriding rule at the moment. If anyone goes to attack them, you have to step in the way. You have to prevent these bodies from being destroyed.
Right. Okay. So if someone goes to attack them, what would I roll for defense?
You may even have to roll initiative to defend them.
Right. Okay.
Okay, you have to defend these bodies.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay, good man. Right, check up.
Alright.
We're back.
Okay, so Ed's dead, is it? Where's
No.
Ed gone?
Ed is right by there.
Oh no, sorry, Harry.
Harry's there.
What the fuck have you been doing? Like, why am I dead?
You're undead.
Yeah, you're undead. Okay, so obviously the bodies have sort of twitched a little bit on the cart that you've seen, but are growing still again at the moment.
I'm still going for it.
Wait, what?
No, no one stops me. I'm going to
No,
town.
don't kill them. No, don't kill them. No, don't do that.
I'm gonna.
Can we do a check on the medallion? Can we do a check on the medallion? Is there anything related to the medallion being moved away from the bodies or something?
The medallion's still on the body at the moment. It's just a
Okay.
Clovis Concord symbol, like a seal of office type thing. Nothing important.
So listen,
I'm gonna
the inner geek in me tells me that anyone gets bitten by something, the next move is someone's going to turn and all the rest of it. So I agree with
I think we should find someone for them to feed off.
That's not happening. That's not happening. So if no one's stopping, I'm taking arms and legs.
No,
I'm gonna
why
put
would
my
you
hand
do
on it.
that?
I'm putting my hand on Achilles' shoulder. I'm just gonna say, let's just see what happens a minute.
we've got Ariana's nutcase friend in the dungeon, like literally just like bouncing off the cells. So I'm all down for having less mouths to feed in our place. So yeah,
If
these
they
are dead.
do turn, what do you want to do with them afterwards? But that's what I'm going. What we're going to do with them afterwards?
Leave them there.
Starving to death. How humane. Would you want to starve? And he turns to Captain Sylvester and goes, "Would you want to starve to death?"
Well, no, you wouldn't starve them. They could look after us while we're not there.
No, that's slavery.
Just stuff here slaves now, is it?
Yeah,
Slavery.
they're not slaves. They're not like.
Remember, on
It's-
this case, Captain Sylvester, keeping slaves is completely against what you believe in, because you double agent for the Clovis Concord, because the revelry started dealing in slaves. So, any attempt to
I
take
think
slaves, you're
by
going to argue
slaves,
against.
Myriad.
but somewhere safe to stay.
Yes, our place is going to end up like the collector's place in was it Nowhere on Marvel?
I
where
would
you can have,
think-
like Howard the Duck in the corner
You just
next
take
to all
all
the
of the
others.
refugees.
I was thinking more like Torchwood in the episode where they just keep the prisons underneath.
Because again, the more Ariana keeps throwing these ideas out, the more convinced Achilles is like, yeah, I'm taking arms and legs just so that they have no threat to us whatsoever. Even to your friend in the back, Ariana, I want to make sure that she's safe. I turn to the guy that brought the bodies in and go, I'm like, have you got any objections?
Alexis, have you got anything like holy water or something like that that's going to stop any possibility of turning? Like, Captain, do you know of any like spell or something like that that could prevent someone from turning after being bit?
Spell, no. To be completely honest, once you bit, there's the high possibility of you coming back. Holy water, on the other hand, can be acquired. It would take some time to be able to acquire it, though. This isn't a religious city, but there are trade goods from all areas to be able to do it. We would need to wait until the markets open in the morning. Martial law being in effect at the moment means that there's not going to be many people out that we could potentially visit to acquire holy water at this time.
Can I sneak out and have a look and see if I can find any?
Arax Achilles.
Can I not do like a sneaky thing and go and have a look and see if I can find any?
You can, but you haven't got. It's a whole city that you would need to investigate.
Sneak around trying to find holy water.
Alright, it's a bit far. Yeah, alright.
I
Yeah.
start things out.
I still
Look,
think
just-
killing them
Just for one thing, I'm just going to turn. Achilles turns to Captain Sylvester and says, "Will they come back like you, or will they come back like some crazed people carrying on?"
Achilles, can I borrow you, please? Down one channel.
Right.
Waiting for Achilles. Nope, he's in the Who I'm the DM chat. Wrong chat, but it's okay. I'll come down one. Okay, so I need you to roll a perception check for me, please.
13.
13. Okay, that's fine. Check back up for me, please.
Or attack us.
Okay, I'm up.
Good.
Okay, so where we stand right now. So we're talking. So what are we up to? What are we doing? What?
Right, so
What?
I was just asking Captain Sylvester if they turn back like into like cognitive people like yourselves, or they're going to come back into some sort of like minion demented kind of crazy things.
So, from what you're aware of, Captain Sylvester, and your own knowledge, they become spawn of the vampire that turned them, so they're enslaved to them.
Right. And if we so if that's the knowledge, and we think they're in, if we think they're part of the,
They could lead us back.
Yeah, they
Because-
could, they could, yeah.
if they're enslaved to them, are they going to betray their masters before they've even met him?
Not knowingly.
Will we kill 2 of them then, and then leave 1?
Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to kill 2 and just be like, if you don't, you're next. So
Well, you meaning my most, to which ones you're going to get?
I don't care. The nearest one to me. I like Rogar's jib. I like the colour of his. No, the captain actually. I'm going to save the captain of the guard. Save the captain of the guard. The other 2, because he's made his mind up. He winks to Rogar and just takes their arms and legs.
You swing, but you swing with nothing in your hand.
I have my what? Who's got my sword?
So Bellamac has stolen your sword without you seeing to prevent you from attacking the bodies.
It was in my hand earlier. How can you take it out of my hand?
Because it seems that Bellamac's sleight of hand came in at 21 and your perception was not very high.
I go for my spear then. I'm just gonna go for the head.
I'm gonna have to step in the way. I can't have you attacking them.
Why?
Why can't? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I just don't think we should be attacking them. I just physically can't allow you all to attack them.
Why?
Why?
You can't say you can't make a group decision on your own without getting hurt here, Bellamac. So I would recommend you explain yourself quickly.
This isn't a group decision. This is just my decision, but I just can't allow you to attack them.
And you're not willing to explain yourself why.
I just don't think we should. We just see what happens. If they come back, we should let them.
Alright, wake him up, wake him up. I can wake him up.
I kind of feel like, hang on, I kind of feel like that needs to be explored more. You can't just say no. You need, there needs to be some sort of.
Nah, fuck it, wake
I
him
think
up.
we should just let them wake up.
Yeah, wake him up.
Right.
I think
Give
we
them
just
an
let
alarm.
them.
Wake him up. See if they're alive. How do
You
we do
can't
it?
wake them up, but they twitch.
Slap him in the face or something.
Feed them blood.
No, Bellamac wakes them up.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try and. I've just got a strong feeling that we shouldn't kill them, and we'll just let them.
If they kill anyone, Bellamac, or they come after you, I ain't saving you. He kind of he turns his back on you.
He's
That's
got the
fine.
best votes.
I've just got a gut feeling.
Without explaining yourself, without trusting the party, it's not sat
I
well.
don't trust him, Bellamac.
We need to lock the doors
Yeah,
then and lock them in.
Okay.
Bellamac's always been there for us. He's not given us reason to doubt
So,
him or not trust him.
I will take my rope out of my bag. So I've got a rope and I tie up all the like hog tie them as well.
Okay.
I
So
guess we need 24 hours. Do you want to let's do 24 hours?
yeah, let's just keep going. Let's just keep going.
So I hog tie them all up on their front so they can't.
No, you don't. Roll for initiative, everyone.
Oh, God.
It's your fault, Harry. Your fault.
I
Also,
haven't even got my fucking sword.
Harry. Yeah, you haven't got your sword. Harry, check down for me.
I've got my fucking spear.
Hello.
Right, you're gonna love this now. You're gonna absolutely love this. You're fighting on the side of the vampire spawn.
Ah, sick.
You're not to allow Achilles to have his sword back under any condition. You
Okay.
are allowed to attack the party.
Right.
You cannot attack the vampire spawn. Your main
Okay.
goal is to defend them, is to fight for them.
Yeah.
If I say to you,
Mhm.
the spell is broken,
Yeah.
then you come back to your senses and you can fight for the party again.
If I choose to.
If you
No,
choose to. If you choose to. Yeah, you could keep fighting him if you wanted.
Would the thralls know if I've turned or not, or is that just a surprise for you?
That's just a surprise, mate. But as it
Right, okay.
stands at the moment, you are fighting on the side of them.
Yeah.
Now, you're currently behind Achilles.
Okay.
Okay? You've got advantage on attack
Okay.
with his weapon.
Sick. What did roll for his weapon then? Because what weapon has he got? Is it like a great sword?
Just go into his character and roll it. If not, I can do it.
All right, cool.
Okay? You can use your own weapon, but you're not to allow him to have his weapon back. You can
Right.
use whatever means. You don't even need to attack the party. Be smart. You can sleight of hand them. You can send me messages. Do whatever you want. Stay undercover. Try not to show them that you're fighting against them. Do whatever you want, okay?
Okay.
But as it stands, you're fighting with the vampires.
Right. Okay.
Ready?
That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good man.
In a good position. Oh,
The good thing is that this encounter, when you've all rolled initiative, has actually done it. Okay, so I'm going to
you
roll.
test
your
out your
D&D
little system. Oh, cheers for that, Cal. I know you're testing out your little initiative thing. Callum's testing out his new little gadgets.
I am testing my gadgets, and I'm even starting them as well. Let's see if it works. Right. Oh shit, it does actually work as well. That's brilliant. Right, it is Captain Sylvester first. What would you like to do? So,
WildMount's not rolled.
Explain
oh,
to us.
sorry.
Oh, I did roll. Sorry, I thought everyone. I did actually roll. To be fair.
I'll add you in. What was yours, huh?
I got a nat 20, but like 24.
So you're 24. Actually, then, it's Harry that is first on the initiative order. A minute. Let me just undo. I need to come out of it, actually, and go back in. Bear with me. You might have to tell me your initiatives again. Ignore me, actually.
29.
Actually, let me do it this way. I'll give Harry his initiative.
Get 29.
Okay,
I
so
had 5.
it's you first, Bellamac. Actually, you go attack first.
Right. Okay.
So,
Attack what? We don't even know what's going on.
okay.
So,
I don't think Harry knows what's going on.
just in mind of my own.
All right, okay, just to set the scene for you then. So the bodies themselves are beginning to twitch, and the first one has stood up and sort of hunched over at the moment, sort of staring dead-eyed at you. The court mage just sort of retreated behind you as quickly as he could, seeing what's happening. You need to attack them. You need to take them down now.
One's got up.
What's
So,
that?
Which one got up?
The guard captain, the stronger of them.
Was he the first one that was found?
He was the first one that was found, yeah.
So with Achilles, I want to attack Achilles from behind, and then as I'm attacking him, I'm then going to step in front of him on the vampire side and hand the one that stood up Achilles' sword.
Okay, can you roll? But you'll roll with advantage because you're behind Achilles currently.
Can you roll the weapon for me? Because I can't get. Well, I mean, this character thing at the moment.
Alright, I'm going to need to
You
load
can
it
roll
in.
the damage. Don't roll on the hit DC with it. You can roll to hit and I'll roll the damage.
Yeah, roll to hit and then he'll roll the damage.
Oh. Wants to
Hang on.
work.
So Bellamac's using Achilles' weapon against the vampire thing.
No, Bellamac.
Killers.
I got a 23 on that hit.
Okay, if you've got a 23, roll for
It's like
damage.
Harry quitting D&D or something. Is he going to be quitting like next week? Is he like this is last one?
He doesn't do it.
Playing barbarian, wants to play wizard.
Not even rolling properly, is he? All secret rolls.
Why? Oh no, I should be. I just got a 23. I should have shown.
Oh.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see it.
I thought it was 24.
Have you got it set to only show the DM rather than everyone?
Probably.
Probably. Let me check. No, it's showing everyone.
Do you want me to roll for attack?
If you want to roll for attack, Cal, yeah.
I can roll for
Or
attack.
damage.
You've had 12 damage done to you, Achilles. So the strike comes down across your back with your own sword, dealing 12 points of damage before Bellomac steps around the side of you, puts himself between the vampire thrall, and throws them your weapons so they can fight with it. It's on to Captain Sylvester now.
Will you take a moment to go, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, that's exactly what I want to do. I want to go to Bellomac and say, what are you doing?
But it's not exactly. You're missing the fuck.
Is there anything we can do to try and sense if there's something up with Bellomac in regards to the fact if he's under some illusion or something along those lines?
Perception check or Arcana checking.
Can I just run a perception check then? I want to find out if there's anything that I can tell with Bellomac to find out if he's under some illusion from this mage guy.
You can do that on your go, mate.
Go do it on your go.
Okay.
It's Captain Sylvester's turn. It's Captain Sylvester's turn.
Wait, has he responded to my, what are you doing?
Oh, sorry, I didn't. I thought that was just a general.
Yeah, I thought it was just a general question. Yeah.
Genuinely, that's what I would want Captain Sylvester to say to Bellomac. What the fuck are you doing?
You just can't attack him. I just physically can't allow you to attack him. It's just not right.
You attacked Achilles first. He hadn't hit me yet.
Yeah, we plan to, so I can't allow it.
Man of many words.
Well, he is a barbarian. Yeah, he's a barbarian.
I'm gonna do anything yet. I'm gonna ready an attack. I'm just gonna ready in action, ready for attack.
What's your trigger, Red?
What's my trigger?
Yeah.
Ed, put
So
yourself
is it
to full
like
health as
Bellomac
well.
Goes to attack,
And
and you release.
Yeah, my trigger is either the Thrall or Bellomac goes for someone again. That'll be it. I'll be going.
Okay. It's now Ariana's turn.
Is there anywhere up high that I can position myself with my bow, but I don't want to do anything, I just want to steady aim, ready in case I need to do anything.
You can fly up into the rafters of your base because it's an all converted warehouse type thing, so you can fly up there, which will give you advantage from the ceiling, yeah?
Yeah, and then I'm going to use my bonus action to steady aim, ready for the next one in case I need to do anything.
Excellent. Achilles, it's your turn. This is so much easier, by the way. I'm not even going to lie.
So, I need, where am I? Where am I positioned? Because I'm surrounded at the moment, aren't I?
No. They're both in front of you. So Bellamac's standing.
Three of them.
Bellamac's standing in front of you at the moment. So he's within 10 feet. And then the thrall is sort of starting to stand up and move about with your sword behind him about 20 feet.
Oh, you fucking... Alright, so,
He's pissed.
yeah, he's pretty fucking pissed. So I'm gonna take my spear and I'm gonna oh god. I'm going to attack. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna attack. I ain't taking shit. I'm going to attack. I'm gonna attack Bellomac.
Alright, go for the attack. So roll for attack first.
20.
Okay. You do pass his... I can see his armor class and everything. You do pass on the attack. Go for damage. Hey, do you want to deal the damage to Bellomac?
Where did he get me?
He slashed you across the back.
You coward. Well, so I'm just gonna fucking take his leg. I'm gonna try and get him down to the floor. So I'm gonna I'll take his leg. I'll kind of slice down his inner thigh.
Okay, so as you jab down with your spear, it severs along the side of the thigh. It does cause Bellomac to stumble a bit, but it didn't go straight through, so he's still standing. He's still got use of his leg.
Okay, and then I'm going to use my polearm master attack as well as my bonus action.
Okay, also
21.
hits.
What's he roll?
And you've taken a further 8 damage from that attack, so you've taken 21 damage.
I also get an extra attack because I'm a fighter now. And it's my main class. You pick the wrong fucking guy to mess with right now. So I then hit him again with the spear. Oh, you're lucky on that one.
Okay, so that attack does miss. And
Yeah.
then, if you want to update your health for me, please, Belamac. It's now
It's
Zavros's turn.
Okay. So I'm going to cast Suggestion at Belamac. So he needs to succeed a 16 Wisdom saving throw.
Okay, you need to throw 2 wisdom saving throws.
The first one I got was an 18.
Bollocks, dear.
Okay, and the second one you throw?
Nine.
Okay, nothing changes.
Cal, with those attacks, were they with resistance as well?
What do you
You
mean?
haven't got into a rage.
You haven't got into a rage yet.
I messaged you to say I went into rage. So
Hang on.
Ooh, let's check that.
Oh, we're not having this. You got to say it in the chat, mate. Come on.
Actually, to be fair, 4 minutes ago, and I don't mind showing it, he did say I'm in rage as well, by the way. So he did say
Get
it.
freebies off the banker in a game of Monopoly.
His turn was ages ago.
Yes, but he also has the ability to do things right now that are not exactly what you would expect. So, unfortunately for you, he does have rage. So it is with resistance.
And your rolls were 3 minutes ago.
Exactly.
Wait there.
So you done the
Lucky.
rage a minute before you went.
As you wish. Have you got anything else that you would like to do, Zavros?
I'm just going to back up. Against the wall.
So you're now in line with the court mage, who seems to be readying themselves as well. Okay, Rogar, your turn.
So the court mage is readying himself. Readying himself for what? To attack these 3 or do something else? What's he readying himself for?
He just appears to be readying himself.
Okay, I want to check. I want to do a check on this geezer to see if he's got anything to do with Rogar or anything.
Insight check.
I'll ask if we had a short rest as well.
You're all on full health. You had a long rest. That's
Oh,
why,
nice.
so yeah, you all need to be on full health unless you've taken damage.
Dirty 20. Thank you very much. I'm gonna heal myself whilst I'm waiting for you to do that as well. Yeah, so I just rolled 20.
Power seems to be emanating from them. You don't get a clear picture, but something doesn't seem right.
Okay. So I'm gonna, whilst this is kicking off, I'm gonna ask him outright. What are you doing to Belamac?
Sort
Like
of
shouting at him.
just clear shouting at him, yeah?
Yeah, straight up, because obviously the shit's about to hit the fan. These two are already scrapping, so I'm asking him, what have you got to do with this shit that's going on? Have you got anything to do with it? Whilst I'm pointing my lance at him, like,
So he sort of looks to you, gestures as if he can't hear you, and then turns to look forward again.
yeah, no, fuck that.
But he
Okay.
seems to be like giving you the side eye at the same time.
But hang on, so I'm thinking to myself a minute, this is Rogar thinking, so he's come here to give us this mission, but then in the meantime, he's also bringing in 3 people who come alive. Bellamac's on a mission. I'm going to use one of my things. I'm going to use... I'm going to use Sense Evil. Divine Sense. So as an action, I can detect good and evil. Until the end of my next turn, you can sense anything affected by a Hallow spell, whatever it is, location, celestial, whatever is fiend, undead, within 60 feet. So I just want to check to see if this geese is like, you know, good or bad.
So you're using that now?
Yes.
He's emanating the sense of undead.
Okay. Alright, sweet.
What does that mean?
It means he's like something.
We don't know. Just Rogar does.
Just roll
Yeah.
guarders.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, no, I fully understand that, but what does it mean in general?
So it just means that realistically, something he is linked in with this somehow, in regards to there's a connection between him and these undead, the shits that are coming about. He's obviously a mage. He's probably like, got the ability to be able to control or make someone do something out of character and stuff. I'm gonna.
More likely the vampire.
Oh, do you reckon? He's more likely he's the vampire. Ooh, I like this. Okay, Rogar's gonna attack him. Fuck it. Rogar's gonna attack the mage geezer. I'm good with mages.
Okay, if you can roll for
Callum's probably
attack.
fucking bump this one up. Here we go.
200 extra XP.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm rolling for attack. So I use my lance. Am I within range of him? Yeah.
You are within range, yeah, but just about. But you're gonna
So
have
it's
to
on my
turn.
roll.
You're gonna have to turn your back to the vampire thralls to attack him.
Okay. So I got 18 on the attack.
Okay, doesn't hit.
Okay.
Fucking hell, what?
What?
What level are we on, Cal?
Hang on, do I got another roll where that came from? Here we go.
What
So
level are
two-
you using? We're on your level 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you notice Callum looks down, that's because he's changing some digits.
No, actually, on this occasion, no.
Oh, you are doing it right this one, yeah?
Okay,
I am
got
doing it.
23 on my second one.
Okay, you do hit with that one.
There you go. Right, okay, so I will use my lance, and I'll use my divine smite as well. So I got 12 on that one, and then obviously for the divine smite, or thunderous smite, whatever it is. Is it thunderous smite? No. So 12 on that, and then
Can I
divine. Go on.
borrow Captain Sylvester, please? Can you roll a wisdom saving throw for me, please?
What? $19.
You're successful. Well done. That's
it.
it. That's it.
So 12 on that one, plus 2d8. D8 was this one,
Don't
wasn't
even have our bloody healer on.
He's asleep. The 24 hours killed him off.
Yeah, 7 on top.
Okay, so as you strike out with the lance, the blue robes, they're sort of flowing over them. They're hanging off them because they're quite a sickly figure. But as you jab into them and rend sort of a cut in their side, you can see the sort of surprise and horror on their face that you've cut them. They don't appear to sort of react immediately to it, almost looking down, but they look back to you. Why would you do that? Why have you attacked me?
So I'm literally I sense that there's evil emanating from you, and that you have something to do with everything that's going on here.
I'm a Damphia, you idiot! What do you think I know about vampires?
So what's happening with these? What's happening with these three then?
I
Why is
don't
it
know.
you've got-
They're under control by some kind of thrall. They're under control. They're thralls. I can't tell you. Why do you think that they sent me to track them down?
Okay. All right. Well, you best get him over and help us out with this situation then.
Yeah, I will. Once I've healed myself. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, fuck.
But if he's doing some sort of control, he may need to do like a concentration
Okay.
check after that. hit, so.
Can Achilles do a deception check on that if it's out of?
You can on your turn.
Okay.
Okay. So at this point, the vampire spawn that stood up begins to sort of rattle its way over to Achilles. And as it rattles this way over to Achilles, it sort of has the sword of Achilles held in its one hand. Now I just need to check what it's... I wonder if I can actually roll off it. Hang on. It'd be
As soon as
helpful.
that.
Oh, and I need to see what its attack is. Okay. Okay, there we go. I've got it. Okay, what's your armor class, Achilles?
19.
19. Okay, that does hit.
No point having armor class in this guy. Everything fucking hits.
No. You got to imagine that I'm rolling with a plus, but because I'm not rolling the character, I can't add the plus on to the figure that I roll. So it's actually 15
Rolling
plus.
with an extra dice.
It's 15 plus 6. Similar to how you all have pluses, they have pluses too. As Grant is nodding ahead because he knows this is correct.
2d20's like.
Okay. And okay, so as they lash out with their attack against you, Achilles,
I hope some bows are gonna start.
Just like, nah.
they do 11 damage to you as their claws rake across the front. The next thing you see is that the vampire thrall behind begins to stand up as well. They make their way over, and they gain an attack of advantage against Rogar, whose back is now turned after attacking the mage.
The other one that Achilles, who's got Achilles' sword, is that the other one?
No, that's the other one. This one goes to attack, misses on the first attempt, but they've got advantage, and they miss on the second. So you've managed to somehow dodge it, Rogar. So you're actually quite safe. The third one now begins to stand up. This is the one with the port official with the Clovis Concord badge on. They move over to the wall and begin to climb up the wall towards the rafters where Ariana is and ready themselves for an attack. Bellimac is now...
You come back to me?
Why can they do that, Ed?
We can walk a wall.
Oh yeah.
It's now Bellimac's turn.
Skip someone.
No.
Does everyone had their go?
No, everyone's had their go. For once I know this, because I have to click next to move on to your characters.
Right, okay. I just thought we just missed someone.
Yeah, you have Rantzar and Solazina that are peacefully sleeping away as all of this is happening.
Right, okay. So I take it, Volgar.
No, you're still facing Achilles.
Still facing Achilles, is it?
And you're in rage as well.
Cool. So I'm in rage, and I'm going to attack Achilles again. Because why not? So first one is 11.
Okay.
And the second one I get is an 18. I think I missed on both of those now.
You did miss on both of those.
We're tanked.
Okay. So that's your turn. Are you wanting to do anything with a bonus action at all, Bellimac?
Yeah, make sure you say now rather than message like 4 turns later.
Let me just double check. No, because that was my. I've only got one weapon, so I'm good.
Okay, not a problem. So, as this happens, Alexos begins to step forward. They use their sort of abilities to grow forward, and you know what's coming, Grant, and there's an Eldritch Blast that begins to form in their hand as they step forward looking towards the vampire thrall. I'm going to actually use Grant's character to cast this because it's going to be a lot easier. Hang fire.
Why are you using Grant's? Because he's not going to have the same, surely.
It's an Eldritch Blast, and he's got a character with Eldritch Blast on it. Otherwise, I'm having to roll manual dice.
The hit points would be higher than what the character would be, surely.
Well, no, I've got +3 on my proficiency and then +5 for the charisma. So there's a +8 to that roll, I think.
Okay, so aiming straight for one of the vampire thralls, the one that stood up originally, they let off a powerful eldritch blast that strikes them in the chest, damaging them by 15 points. So the eldritch blast is flying out and struck them straight in the chest, pushing them back a bit. It then
Like doing when that happens.
Bellamac's still doing his same thing. He's trying to move in the way of it, but didn't get in the way of it.
When did he hit the guard captain or?
He hit the guard captain one, yeah.
Has he moved away from Achilles?
No, Bellamac's still facing you. He tried to attack you last turn. Captain
Okay,
Sylvester.
I thought you said he tried to move in the way of the.
Yeah, only a little bit, just because it passed over the shoulders and went towards them. Captain Sylvester, it's your turn.
Let me go up the wall and meet that one that was going up.
So you're going to meet Ariana up in the rafters, yeah?
Yeah, I want to meet that one that was climbing up the wall.
Okay. And that's your whole move for this turn, yeah?
Can I attack? No.
You can use long range weapon, yeah?
Why not? I got my hands free. I'll give crossbow a go.
Go for it. Okay, you hit. If you go for damage. Okay, it does hit as well. So as they're climbing up the wall, the crossbow bolt hits them in the back, and it almost unleashes this horrible screaming from them as they arch their back, and the medallion that was on their chest falls to the floor with a thunk underneath them. Ariana, it's your turn.
I want to fire at the fucker that's on the rafters.
Okay, if you can go for that as well for me, please.
I've got advantage, haven't I?
You have, because you steadied your attack from last turn. I'm getting good at this now.
I mean, I rolled twice.
Yeah, you roll twice, yeah. Okay, you hit on the first one. Roll again just to see if you crit. No. Okay, go for damage. Okay, so you ready your bow, you fire, draw back, launch, and it spins end over end, striking just above the crossbow bolt that Captain Sylvester had just fired. As you fire it, they sort of arch their back a second time, but still maintain grip on the wall, but they almost claw down a little bit as they fall slightly.
I'm also going to ready for the next one.
Okay.
Steadying.
Achilles, it's your turn.
I was going to do a deception check on that guy that when he spoke earlier. I know he's still flung an Eldritch Blast, but I was going to do a deception check on him.
Yep.
I've got 18.
Okay. He's lying.
Yeah.
Here's him again, Rogar.
So I kind of express I kind of tell everyone that he's a lying piece of shit. And he's just
Is that the maid? The
and
maid,
he's
yeah?
yeah, the maid, and he's just destroying these people. Oh, now I don't want to kill them. So realizing that Bellamac is not himself, how far away from Achilles is that guy?
He's 30 feet behind you, being faced by Rogar at the moment.
Can I do a superior feat of athleticism to try and get over to him?
You can, but if you fail it, then Bellamac's going to gain an attack of advantage on you. As is the vampire thrall. So if you succeed, I'll allow it. If you fail, then two enemies are going to get an attack of advantage on you.
I'm going to ask him, like, really, I don't know what the feat would be, but it'd have to be, like, so massive. It's going to be, like, 20 plus.
Yeah, you can always like grapple and stuff like that.
Could always do what?
Always grapple. So if you want to like stop.
Yeah, but
Bellamac,
he's quite strong as well, though, isn't he? He's quite. He ain't
you can get advantage on a strength check at the moment as well.
Do I?
Bellamac will be in a rage.
Yeah, he's in
Yeah,
rage.
right.
Doesn't he lose his rage, though, if he doesn't deal any
I'm
damage?
I'm gonna go for the athleticism.
He's lost it and he didn't deal damage last.
He if he doesn't deal damage or receive damage.
All right then, yeah, he's received damage.
What's that? Sorry.
Don't worry, you're fine.
So I'm gonna go for the superior athleticism.
Go for it.
And I'm gonna try and go for it. Oh god.
Okay, it fails. Belamac, you gain an attack of advantage.
So does
So-
that class my 2 attacks in 1 action then because of that?
Yeah. I think so, it does.
What are we doing? Just like an opportunity of attack.
Yeah, opportunity of attack, sorry.
It's just one hit.
Just the 1 chance, so it's not like I get my 2 attacks in 1 action.
So does he have to roll for attack as well, or does he just roll for damage?
No, so he rolls the one to attack and then his damage afterwards as well.
Go on then, Belamac.
Because you're taking a reaction. You're not
19.
taking an action.
19, you have defeated his armor class, 2 damage.
So I got a 13 altogether. With me raging though, it does say I get a +2 melee damage with strength weapons, so that's another +2 on top of that again, if I'm right.
So you take 15 damage from that.
Melee, get it right.
Okay, the other enemy does go to attack the vampire thrall, but they're unsuccessful with their attack.
Where's Achilles? Is he closer to me?
He's 20 feet off to your left at the moment. That's
Do I
cool.
with just like failing, does it move on for me now, or can I still do stuff?
I'd say you probably have had your turn at this point, unless you're trying to use a bonus action.
I will use my bonus action. Well, oh god. I will use my. I will use my second wind to gain some health points.
Okay, go for it.
So roll a d10.
It's then Zavros's turn next.
I've got 1 or 2 things that I want to do, and I can only do the one.
Go for it.
Well, I'm healing for 11, just so that you know.
Yeah, that's fine. It updates your health as you update your health.
What's your health, Achilles?
27, so I've probably got another round in me.
I get some of my little hands.
Yeah, we should take that guy out, so we all know that guy's a bit of...
Let's do it. Let's fuck him up.
So who's around us? So obviously Rogar's within 10 foot of the mage because he's using his lance.
Yeah,
Am I right next to him? As in like...
you're off to his right at the moment, Zavros. So imagine that the mage is backed up against the corner. Rogar's facing him with his lance. You're off to the right, facing the vampire thralls. Ariana and Sylvester are up in the rafters, and Achilles currently facing Belamac and the thrall on his own.
Be next to a window or anything like that, or just like right up against the wall? Can't see anything behind us, sort of thing.
The door's to the right.
Rat's cooking something up.
Or if I can, for now, because I need to quickly check if I've actually added something or not. I will just attack him with my rapier.
Yeah. Okay, go for it. So is this the mage? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, he's unsuccessful. Okay.
A bonus, I'll put Hexblade's Curse on it.
Okay. What type of damage is Hexblade's Curse?
So it's no damage, so it's as a bonus action, choose one creature you see within 30 foot, curse it for a minute or until the target dies. Against the cast target, you gain a +3 to damage rolls and score a critical on a 19 or a 20.
What type
so
of
regain 10 HP.
what type of damage is it?
Whatever damage. I'm
Whatever
dealing,
damage. Okay.
which is +3 on top of it.
Rogar, your turn.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna okay, I won't kill Achilles just yet. I'm gonna attack the mage. So same drill like normal. I'm gonna do my double attack and hopefully I'll expend a spell slot with my divine smite.
Go for it.
Just attack.
Just-
Go on.
So what I was going to say is, at the end of your turn, I'm going to turn around and say, Rogar, once you hit him, step back. So
Alright.
because you're 10 foot away using your lance, unless this guy's also got a fucking reaching weapon, he's not going to be able to hit you back even.
Alright, sweet.
We're not
Okay, no drama. So let me roll for my attack on my first one. Bastard. 11, so it's not a hit.
Nope.
Second one. 19. 27.
Does hit.
Holy shit. Okay, cool. So I'll do my first damage. So this is my normal damage, which is only 8.
Yeah.
And then with my, what do you call it? So it's 2d8. 1, 2. So an additional 8 plus. 15.
Okay, so once again, you stab into them, rending another massive tear in their side. And again, they're looking to you. Go, why do you keep attacking me?
And I'll say to him, you know why, whilst I stand back with my shield and my lance at the ready.
We've got greater problems than this at the moment.
Just fucking, yeah, whatever. Just look at him.
Okay, so at this point, the vampire thrall begins to take steps forward again. So they're, again, right up against Achilles. Okay, but their attack is unsuccessful. The next vampire thrall again begins to step forward to go on the attack. Their attack is successful on Achilles. And let me have a look. Okay, and they lash out with their claws at you, Achilles. First and foremost.
They turn up.
Okay, so you take 7 points of damage. They then multi-attack and go in for a bite on you.
That would not affect me.
My question very quickly.
And is unsuccessful. I can't answer. This is knowledge you'd have to ask of your Damphia or your other players. Can they turn you?
Well, he's been fucking useless so far for knowledge.
Alright, you know, I was going to say something, but no, leave it.
Hey!
You know what? Fuck you.
The vampire thrall that's climbing up the wall is now close to Ariana and Captain Sylvester. So they go for Ariana first, but unsuccessful in their attack. They then launch out to bite you, Ariana. And are successful with
No,
bite.
I've got an uncanny dodge.
They just rolled a natural 20.
So it'd be half damage.
Half
With
damage.
uncanny dodge, wouldn't it?
I may as well just like just take what damage you're about to take, yeah, because you're gonna take the damage either way.
Good time to uncanny dodge, if anything.
Mhm.
It's a quick
Okay.
time.
So they
I know.
sink their teeth into your neck, just above your wings, and they cause 9 points of damage to you.
So half that, yeah?
No, not it was a double anyway, so they would have done 18.
Would have been 18.
Are you dealing with any more feral theories?
We released the feral theory.
Bellamac, it's your turn.
If he runs to the fairy cage.
On a little chain.
I am not going to. I will kill that guy. I'm not going to. Do that.
You'd kill me.
No, the feral one.
Oh.
Yeah, Ariana.
It's your turn, Bellamac.
So Achilles has stepped away from you now, hasn't he? Because even though I think he failed on the thing check, which allowed me to attack, but he still moved away from me, is it?
No, he tried to. He tried to use a feat of athleticism and failed miserably.
Do you have Sentinel, Harry, or no?
Sentinel. Would that be in the featuring traits?
Yeah,
Big
Sentinel.
needs.
Grant, you actually helping Harry now, which is working
Oh, no,
against the
so-
path.
No. So the reason why I'm saying it is with opportunity of attack, it doesn't reduce a player's movement to 0. They would still make that movement, but take damage on the way. Sentinel, which
Yeah,
then
that-
reduces the thing to 0.
That's what I was thinking, because I do. Obviously, I got the. There we go.
So have I
Yeah.
still made it over to him then? With that logic.
Yeah, I haven't got anything called Sentinel. I've not seen it on my character sheet at all.
The features and traits and then at the very bottom if it is.
Red language, menacing dark vision. Oh, Why is
Features
it
and
not
manage feats.
You would have selected it when you
While
leveled
while
up.
you're doing that, Ed,
Yeah,
can you
no.
check down for me, please?
going for me now?
Right, wisdom saving throw again, please, mate.
Say, what are you about to do to me? Ah, you won.
One, natural one.
Oh,
You have complete control of yourself and your actions. However, you realise that he really is a Damphia, this mage. He isn't trying to attack you, but he suffers from the same problem that you have of bad reputation. He is hiding something, but you get this uncanny feeling that he is not against you. Your job is to try and convince the party to stop attacking him. Now, you can make a wisdom saving throw on each of your turns, but it will take your main action. But as it stands currently, you just have to defend him. You don't have to shoot, you don't have to fight against the party, you just have to defend him verbally. We clear?
yeah.
Right, up we go.
That's rude.
What happens?
Nothing. We were just laughing about the fact that you're all snakes.
What do you mean?
All
Snakes.
snakes. Sneaking on.
Oh, come on, tell me that this isn't an interesting encounter right now.
Yeah, just a smidge, but this would have been good on the 24 hours, not in the wham bam thank you ma'am session.
Hey, listen. It would have been in the 24 hours, but a lot of you had trouble wrestling a fairy to the ground.
This is true.
Okay, what was
Stomped
your
on
roll, Bellimac?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, so I didn't. Obviously, we were just discussing the whole. I don't have Sentinel, so I think he still moves away from me, even though I attacked him.
That's
on
fine.
opportunity
Are
attack.
you going to attack again?
So who's closest to me now? At this point.
Oh, Bram's gonna do something.
So,
So-
you do have Slasher, which you can reduce a creature's speed when you deal slashing damage. Also can ability to wound a creature on a critical hit.
So, you can either attack Achilles, who's in front of you, but Zabros is at equal distance off to your left now.
I thought
By
we
10 foot, so you'd be able to
Right.
move 20 foot then, Achilles.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you tried moving 30 foot, and I stopped you by 10.
from 20 foot away.
Yeah.
You'd be, what, 10 foot within the mage, is it, Cal?
Yeah,
Or?
so I'm 10 foot away.
So
from
at the
me.
moment, the mage is still backed up against the wall. Rogar is facing him currently with a shield. You're off to his right, facing the vampire thrall and Bellimac. Achilles is to your left at a diagonal angle, facing Bellimac and the thrall. And then Ariana and Captain Sylvester are up in the rafters, fighting the thrall up in the rafters.
So that means Achilles is, as you said, 10 feet away, 20 feet away from me.
Achilles is 20 feet away.
That's fine. And I take it, obviously, at this point, then still the closest to me, apart from. whoever's
Zabros
still-
is off to the left, yeah.
I'm just going to go in for another attack on Achilles. So let me roll that a sec.
Yep.
Who wants to roll the dice anytime soon? Oh, a nat 20. 25.
Okay, and damage?
Hang on. And my second attack, I've got an 11, so the second one's missed. The damage on this one is 10, plus the 2 for strength, so 12 altogether, and then...
Double
there's a
24.
nat- Yeah.
Okay, I'm down.
Liz, with your polearm master, do you get to attack when someone enters into your range?
Yeah, oh, okay, so I do that before I go down.
Yeah, you'd have done that as you stepped into it.
So, 20. What was I before? Okay, 20, I think.
Yeah, you were 20.
Well, I missed anyway. I think. Let's.
It didn't hit Bellimac.
What's that, sorry?
Didn't hit you. Okay, so Achilles is down.
How close is Achilles to me?
20 feet to your left.
goes in it.
Bear with. So it is now the turn of Alexios. So Alexios at this point, he's backed up to the corner. Look, I've done no trouble with you. Yes, I'm a damn fear, okay. But I'm not trying to fight you, I'm trying to help you. And at this point, he's still keeping his back to the wall, so he's secure. He's like 10, 20 foot away from you, Rogar, but he's sort of moving towards the door slowly, but keeping you at sort of reach. So he reaches the door, opens it, and then slams it shut and leaves.
He was not in attack range. Can I get attack of opportunity?
You're facing the opposite direction. You wouldn't have seen it.
What was next to him?
You're there, but as
I
Rogar,
hit him the last round.
I'll give you an attack of opportunity then.
So generous.
What if I could hit him, Bristol? Oh, definitely not that.
No, you didn't hit him. You didn't
I
hit
hit
him.
him and then looked away.
You stab your rapier at him as he tries to leave, and it just jams in the
Oh,
door.
where you fucking going?
Yeah. Okay. So as they leave out the door, it moves on to Captain Sylvester.
I'm gonna give a bear to where everyone is. So we got one guy up top with me and Ariana, Bellamat down on the ground, and then 2 other trolls down there as well, yeah?
Yes, you've got 3 thralls in total.
Am I within hand-to-hand range of the guy that's up on the wall now?
Yes, you are now.
Both my daggers against them.
Okay, go for it. Also, Ed, check your phone. Okay, you do hit with your rapier. If you can do the damage for me, please.
Oh, no,
Oh, both of them. You hit with both of them. Okay, so both hits. And both daggers jab into their arms. At this point, they drop down to the floor. And an additional 10 fall-in damage is dealt to them. So they do drop down to the floor, and you can see that they're struggling, because this is the one with the shattered ankles already. So this is the one with the rends all up their back. So you've properly badly injured them. So they're unable to move. They're crawling about at the moment.
Can I take a bonus action and dash down, back down to the ground?
Yeah, you can, yeah. Okay, so you're making your bonus action. Is that it yet? You going to do anything else? Ariana, it's your turn.
I'm gonna aim for the guy that's up on the top again.
He's fallen.
Oh, he's fallen.
Yeah, that was the one that Ed just hit.
Oh my god. I'm still gonna use my short bow. I'm gonna stay up there.
Okay, yeah, if you want to go with your short bow.
But which one is the one that's
Failed.
What?
Not you.
I was gonna say,
Roll for attack.
right. I've got advantage, but I did aim last time.
Yeah, you hit.
Yeah. Do I roll again just in case?
No, well, yeah, you can, yeah.
So the first one.
Yeah, damage for me, please. Okay. You do hit it, and it's a strong hit as well. It also calculates all their health for me as well, which means that I don't have to do maths. Just saying. And it strikes them when they're on the floor, pinning their leg into the floor, so they can't move at the moment. They are stuck. Achilles, I need you to make a saving throw for me, please.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh,
Hey, successful.
What you doing?
I haven't gone yet, have I? I took an opportunity attack, but that was it.
Yeah, it's your turn next.
I'm still gonna do my bonus action as a steady aim as well.
Isn't Achilles trying to save himself, so it'd be Grant first.
No,
Achilles would do that in his normal role.
no, it goes.
Just high up on the initiative, wasn't
Yeah, so it was Bellimac, then the wizard, which you gained the attack of opportunity, then
before
Captain
Grant,
Sylvester,
right?
Ariana, Achilles, Zavros, Rogar.
Yeah, I was before Grant.
it? Because normally you'd roll quite high, didn't you? So I just had it in my head that you were quite high up on.
Zavros, it is your turn.
As soon as
Alright,
they're
we'll
getting
see.
kicked out of.
Seems that fucker's ran away from me. There's no point chasing me out into the street. Because otherwise we're just going to get into a fucking chase constantly. And no fucking ground made up. I'm going to run over to Achilles. And force feed him one of my healing potions for my action.
Yep. Go ahead.
It's 2d4 plus 2. I wish I would just add the fucking dice on to the. Just lagging. Cool, so plus 2, so 8.
There you go, so you got 8 health, Achilles. So you're back. Okay, and are you going to make any other moves, or is that your move?
No, mate, that's it. I'm done.
Rogar, your turn.
Cool. Hang on.
So you've got 2 vampire thralls behind you at the moment, standing over Achilles' body with Bellimac next to you.
Okay, cool.
Balamac.
Bellimac. Can I borrow you, Bellimac, just for 1 second? Ow. Where the hell is he? Come on. Appalling behaviour. I know, I'm aware. Also, you've broken free. You're free will again now.
Alright, cool.
There we go.
We're not doing persuasion on him.
Okay, we're back.
We can just wait out. the
Rogar,
time.
what's your turn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I go. I am going to launch a javelin,
Okay, at.
and yes, I have. They're not like a continuous supply. I've literally been kicking tabs of them. I've only got 5 left, so I will launch my javelin. So I'll roll for attack in a minute. I'm going for the closest
Vampire
like,
thrall, yeah.
zombies or whatever. Yeah, closest to me. So roll for my first one, which is a 19.
Which hits.
27.
Yep, definite hit.
Which I will then launch 12 for my attack, for my damage, and I use Divine Might to add on top. Is there any point adding on top?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. 1, 2. So this is the first one. So that is 12 plus 14. So
Okay.
you can do the math.
So the javelin drives into the one that's already injured at the front of the pack, which is the guard captain. So it strikes straight into their chest, and they sort of recoil from the pain of it before sort of standing upright, lurching forward, and pulling out of themselves before dropping it to the floor next to them before letting out a howl. Then
He's still standing, yeah?
yeah. So that vampire now moves forward, and he launches an attack on Bellimac.
So hang on, I got my other attack a minute. 2
Okay, go on then.
seconds. I'm going to get my other javelin, and I'm going to roll a 22.
Which you hit.
So it rolls in today, and then obviously that is a 9
For the
plus
same one?
Then 9 plus my 9 and 4. Yeah, so
Okay,
13.
so you also strike them in the chest, bringing them sort of down again, and again they sort of recoil back, pull the javelin out of them with this sickly sort of sucking motion, where you can hear the sort of rends in their chest before again dropping it by the side of them. They then move forward to go on the attack against Belamac. Okay, but are unsuccessful in their attack against you with their claws, Belamac. They do then try to bite you and are also unsuccessful when trying to bite you. The second thrall moves forward to launch out with his claws against Rogar, but is unsuccessful with their claws, before then launching out to try and bite you, but are also unsuccessful. The one that's pinned to the floor can't move at the moment, so it's stuck. So it can't move. It then moves on to Belamac.
So I'm just looking at Achilles now in a bit of like in a stunned reaction as to like almost like confusion, stun, like what's gone on. And the one that's just attacked me, I'm just going to turn around in an almighty rage and just try and slash straight for it, straight through him.
Go for it.
Oh, Bellamac's back.
I got 11 and then a 22.
Yeah, you hit with the 22, and then go for damage for me, please.
15, 17 altogether.
17. Okay, so you strike out across the chest of the lead spawn that's just taken 2 javelins to the chest, and you rend into their chest cavity, causing a massive sort of gape to open up. It's separated some of their rib cage, so their spinal column's still intact, and the top half of their body is almost like detaching and retaching as it's moving backwards and forwards, but it's nearly there. It's barely alive at the moment. Captain Sylvester, it's your turn.
I'll go for the one that fell to the floor. Whereabouts is that towards me now?
It's well, you crawled over to it, so you're just above it on the wall.
I'm gonna try and stab it in the back. So
I'll give you an attack about. Well, I'll give you advantage on attack because it's pinned.
needed it. Happy days.
Yeah, and if you can go for damage for me, please. Okay, so you strike down into its back above where the claw marks were earlier, causing a 4th slash to open up on their back. You can see that the 2 sort of blades that you threw earlier are lodged there, as well as an arrow and a crossbow bolt. And then it moves on to Ariana.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my crossbow. Where are they all at the moment?
One's pinned, the Ed slashed in the back. One of them's just been rent open by Belamac, and there's a second one that's still standing facing at the moment, but no damage has been dealt to it.
I'm gonna go for that one then, because the other ones seem to be like near enough dead anyway.
Yeah, go for it. Okay, you hit it with a critical hit and damage.
Crit, no.
Woof! 30 damage. Okay, so you strike it and it almost sort of shudders and recoils from the impact as it flies out from you. When did you get good with your bow? Sort of flies out and sort of shudders with the force of the impact. The arrow is still sort of wobbling in its chest because of the sheer force of it. It's cracked a couple of its ribs, so the port official is like sort of barely standing there now.
Okay, and there's my bonus action. Again, I'm going to steady aim, ready it up.
Brill, and it then moves on to Achilles.
So where am I positioned between them all now?
So Bellamac's in front of you, so he's
Yeah.
covering you from the one it's just attacked.
Right, so am I near any? I want to kind of position myself where I can hit as many of them as possible. Is that?
You can come around the side of Belamac and then you literally face him the one he's just attacked, the one that's barely alive.
Yeah, but I want to be, because I want to move where I can hit more than one.
Yeah, they'll both be. One will be on the left where Belamac is, and one will be on the right of you where Rogar is.
Okay, and that's not the pinned one, is it? That's the one that's just.
That's the 2 standing ones. The pinned one's up
Okay.
against the far wall.
So I position myself in between those 2 so that I can reach both of them. I go for the lower health one first with my spear.
Yeah.
That's a 21.
It hits and damage.
12.
How do you want to kill it?
I'm not fucking around. So I'll power it straight through its face.
Okay, so as you launch the attack, it sort of
Yeah.
flies up the spear. There's a little bit of rage about you now, and you can hear the clanking of the damage that's been done. So as your spear strikes out, it shatters just underneath the sort of nose area, clattering into the teeth before erupting out of the back of the head. They sort of slouch down onto your spear and are just hanging there before you sort of shunt them off and they fall to the floor.
So as I do that, I kind of look at Bellamak and go, "What the fuck's wrong with you?"
I'm just still looking at in like a huge bewilderment state.
I'm
not saying anything else.
As you say that, I kind of flick the blood off my spear into your face.
Fair.
And I turn to the other one that's just nailed with my extra attack.
Yeah, go for attack.
11.
Doesn't hit.
Okay, and then I'm going to use my action surge to go again.
Okay, yeah.
Oh.
Okay,
18.
it does hit.
12 damage.
Okay, so you strike out again, slashing across his throat, but it stands there. Just no blood's coming out, it's just open.
Okay, and then I get my extra attack on that one as well.
Look at this throat.
And I get a 19, which is a critical
Yeah.
for me as well.
And damage?
15, so I'll do 30 damage to it.
Okay, so you strike out again across the throat. His head is barely hanging on at the moment. He's standing there as his head is sort of wobbling backwards.
And that is... Oh, can I do a polearm master on that last one?
Don't think
Right.
so.
I don't think I can, no. I was just wondering if I could. No.
It's
fine,
Avros'
that's me
turn
done.
anyway.
Yeah, that's me done.
Oh, fucking hell. I'm just kicking myself because of what I could have done fucking a couple of turns ago. Right, cool. I'm gonna walk over to the door that the mage ran out and just sort of peer around to see whether he's still in the vicinity or not.
Yeah, okay, so as you walk around, can you do a perception check for me, please? Okay. So as you look around and you look outside, you don't really see much. It's quite dark. The rain's coming down heavily, so you're not seeing much at the moment as you peer around the corner.
Take a bonus action to slam the door shut behind me.
Yep.
Just be pissed off and continuing to sulk.
Yeah, yeah. So you slam the door shut behind you, and it sort of echoes.
Like,
Rogar, your turn.
Right, okay, so have we still got one of them's dead, isn't it?
One of
Two
them's
left.
dead, and two of them are
Which
really
one's
low.
dead? One on the floor?
No, one of them's dead, one's pinned to the floor, and the other one's got his head falling back like nearly head as me.
Alright, cool. So
Yeah.
I'm going to launch and do a javelin. So I'll launch my first javelin. Hang on.
That one's literally facing you, mind aim. You're throwing a javelin at someone that's literally
Oh,
face to
okay.
face
I'm
with
just
you.
gonna lance
You
him
get
with
disadvantage.
Yeah, I'm just being fair and saying he wouldn't launch.
13.
Yeah, you
Right,
hit.
Dirty 20.
My bad.
Wrong check.
No, that was my bad accent.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. So it's a hit on that one. And then
Damage.
Damage is 10.
How do you want to kill him?
I literally am just gonna I'm literally just gonna smash him in the face with my shield, and then sweep the legs with my lance, and then stab him in the face as the deck.
Okay. Can't argue with that.
That's what I did.
That's what you did. That's what happened.
One more attack. So I'm gonna. Can I use a javelin on my next one?
Yeah, they're still
Going to
pinned to the
attack.
floor, yeah.
Cool.
You get advantage on it as well, mate.
Yeah, because they're down.
Launch my javelin. 18.
You hit, yeah, just see if you get a critical with a second.
Okay. 10 for damage. Hang on. So let me do my 11. So 10 damage.
Okay, so you strike it, and it's hit in the side, and it's pinned even further. It comes back to you now, Bellamax. So they're about 30 feet away, just pinned up against the wall as it stands, because they can't move, they can't do anything.
Try and take it prisoner.
What's that?
Can we try and take it prisoner?
Not going anywhere.
It's not going nowhere. Should we just do... Now it's
Full
time to
circle.
cut down.
Back to it. Yeah, Michonne it.
The one that's actually pinned to out of the three thralls, which one is that?
The one the one that's been slashed to pieces. So it's
What I mean is, there was the guard.
the guard one is down, the tax collector one is down. This is the port official.
The port official, is it?
Yeah, this is the one that was rent to pieces in the Oh no, sorry. This is the tax collector. This is the one that was rent to pieces in the marketplace.
Oh,
It's
bless
just
him.
a panic attack, wasn't it?
Can I right? Let me see what I get on attack first. Let's see what we get. We're getting a 14 on that one. We got 17 on the second one.
Okay, you hit with the 17.
Cool. So
Damage?
I'm just gonna roll for damage. 13, so 15 altogether.
How'd you
I just wanna,
kill him?
Literally, I'm gonna just take his jaw clean off.
Okay,
Send the
so
sword straight to his jaw.
as it sort of leans pinned to the floor, it starts to snarl at you. You bring your sword down in one big swipe, and it cuts through both cheekbones. His jaw drops to the floor before his head just falls forward with it and collapses. And you are now out of combat. You successfully defeated all three of them.
Successfully.
That's the one.
I'm just gonna, from that, then after that, I'm just gonna sort of stumble back out the doors and just sort of like sit in a ring. In a confused bewilderment state.
Okay, so as you go through the doors, Alexios walks up to you. Is it over now? You gonna continue to attack me?
From what I could see, I wasn't attacking you.
Yes, I'm aware of that. You were attacking everyone else.
So
How do I know that you guys were in control? Why are you attacking me for?
So is he in the building or is he outside?
He's outside at the moment, but you can hear him shouting at
Am I
Bellamac.
still by the doorway?
You are, yeah.
Alright, right.
Matt
Cool.
wants revenge. Matt's
I'm gonna-
pissed.
So I'm going to cast Darkness on top of his shoe. So darkness creates a magical darkness that dark vision can't see through. Here we go.
Is he on top of his shoe?
Yeah.
Top of his shoe. So magical darkness spreads from a point you choose within range to fill a 15-foot radius sphere for the duration, which will be up to 10 minutes. Darkness spreads around corners. A creature with dark vision can't see through the darkness. Non-magical light can't illuminate it. The point you choose is an object you are holding or one that isn't being worn or carried.
You can't.
Alright. Being worn. Alright, okay. Thanks, mates. So I'll just cast it where he's standing, basically. So all he'll see is just complete blackness. For all intents and purposes, he's blinded.
What have you done? Why? I can't see. What are you doing?
Any attack against him is at advantage against someone who can see him, like me with Devil's Sight, and any attack that he makes is at disadvantage.
Okay.
We're gonna go in, I'll walk around behind him and then just grab him, grapple him.
Okay, so if you're grappling him, you need to make an acrobatics, and I need to make an athletics saving throw.
Well,
Because he can't see me coming.
Matt just wants to stab him.
yeah.
I've got 15 on the athletics, because he can't see me coming. Would it be
Is that
like
double-
disadvantage or anything like that?
No, based on who they are.
He can't see anything.
Some creatures don't need to be able to see anything.
Okay.
Dun, dun,
There's
dun.
no Dampier trait I'm aware of. As a player, not as Avros. Forgot.
Yes, I'm sure.
Oh, cool. Well, I got 15 anyway.
Well, they're unsuccessful. They're unsuccessful either way, and you manage to sort of grapple them and hold them still.
Cool. I just want to sort of put them in a bit of like a full
Yeah,
Nelson
yeah,
type
yeah.
thing.
Okay, yeah. So you managed to. You successfully got him pinned, and he's sort of struggling. What? Why is this?
All I know is some bloke knocked on my fucking door in the middle of the night with 3 bodies who magically came alive, and then my friends started turning on us. And the big thing around this whole situation is you.
And then
So
you ran
who
away.
are you?
Okay. Right, you want to know? Fine. Right, the truth. Okay. Yes, I lied to you. I knew that they would come back as thralls. It was the Pidus' plan for them to come back as thralls for you to defeat them. The chances were that if the bodies were taken to the main morgue up at the magistrate's quarters, they would have turned and they would have attacked her. We needed them to be neutralised, and you were the only people we could think of to do it. I'm sorry for not coming clean immediately, but I needed your support.
Right,
And
now
you're
in
telling
regards
me
to
that-
murderer, now we want double RP.
I'm not in a position to agree that.
You know, no one else can see.
Yeah.
It's only me that can see.
Oh, okay.
They can hear though, can't they?
Yeah, they can hear.
Just talking to a wall, like.
It's literally, so, you know, like,
Checking it.
what was that paint called? Like Vanderguard or like Black 2.0 or whatever it is? But like you can shine a light on it and it's still perfectly fucking black. It's basically
black.
that.
Swallows light, yeah. I'm just shouting at the door, hoping it's.
All right, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't have the ability to agree. Any extra gold for you? You have to speak to the magistrate yourself. I can't agree that.
So I still don't understand why my friend was some sort of spell.
Oh,
to fight
okay.
against us.
Dampier. Yeah, you know that I'm a Dampier now. Clearly.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Main vampire warriors have the ability to control or suggest in someone's mind a specific action. It tells me that whoever was orchestrating this attack was close. And still may be close
So
and watching
close
this.
that I'm holding them at the moment.
And then they shake their head and goes, if you think for any reason that I was a vampire, and a vampire warrior or a vampire count at that, with those thralls, you don't think that I could have taken you all on in one go, especially seeing as you're a weakened party?
With
I'm on an insight check. On the whole, I'm not a Dampier.
What do you mean What do you mean that I'm not a Dampier?
Because he just turned around and said this would be done by a Dampier, and if I was one.
No, he
would
said
take
if
you
I
on.
was a vampire. He said if I was a vampire warrior. He didn't say if I was a Dampier. He said that he's a Dampier. He said if I was a vampire count or a vampire warrior, believe me, you wouldn't have survived.
Jumping at the bit. Achilles is literally just jumping at the bit going.
Yeah,
like,
I
Just waiting for that 10 minutes to
like
fucking run
Scrappy
out.
Doo.
I
Scrappy
just
Doo.
need to clarify. Is he a Dampier? I thought you said he was one.
He's a damn-
Yeah, he's a Dampier. He's a
and
Dampier.
vampire.
He was like-
so
Yeah.
Dampier is almost like half human, half vampire. Vampire is
A vampire.
Because we can
No,
hear everything.
Blade is normal.
Because we can hear everything he's saying. Could I do a deception on him then?
You could.
Deception up his ass.
No, I got a 6.
Okay.
Deceivingly slip a blade in his throat.
Okay. So
Achilles is basically sat in the door, watching the darkness, just waiting to fucking throw the spear. So if anything comes out of there.
okay.
the thing I would say though is, sure enough, if the wizard was the true bad guy, why every time when we attack him, do you not hit back? Because he could have well gone, oh, you know what, I'm found out, right, that's it. But he didn't. Every time, he specifically didn't choose to attack back.
This is a great cover.
So what about Belamac though? What was he? What were you? Why were you attacking us?
Am I going to fly out of the room, or am I still in darkness as well when I'm sat there?
You're still on the
No,
road.
this is how you're.
Target.
Yeah, you're still outside at the moment, aiming with your bow, looking for the next one.
Can I not? Can I not go and have a look around then? To like
Ash on the Rob again.
No. Can I not do like a perception check outside?
You can, yeah, but it's already been done. But you can do another one.
I don't want to do it. What? No, because they failed the perception check, didn't they?
Brad did, looking at the door.
Yeah, I was trying to find that mage.
Yeah, I reckon there's someone else that I need to do them. No. Hang on.
So that power that you just explained, that they can control one part of him.
Yeah.
18, go on. Look it up first.
Okay, so as you look around, Ariana, you can see that the Zealot Guard are starting to close in. They see the darkness and they see the argument that's ensuing. They're sort of moving with their shields and their spears forward to get into position.
That's not a good sign, is it?
Just gonna share, everything's under control. We've got some questions for this guy. So how close would this vampire need to be in order to take control of someone's mind?
This is the thing. This is my concern, that they would have needed to be within 200 feet of where we were. They could have had some...
And you're telling me that my 18 roll didn't see him?
Yeah, they could have fucked up by now.
Taking the dog for a pee a minute, 2 seconds.
That's why Belamax all compass members.
What? Sylvester, what do you know of this power?
Your knowledge of vampires, you do. You do know of this power. I'm just adding in.
Just make it up, Ed. Come on.
Do they need to lay eyes on this person?
No.
Do they need to know the person? See
Nope.
them before?
Nope.
Just
It's literally just send out a signal to...
They would have
find
some kind of
someone with
connection
mind.
where they would know where they were, but just remember they had vampire thralls in the room with you.
Is the mage, is Alexius giving us this information, or is the DM
This
giving us
is
information?
Ed through the DM giving you this. Captain Sylvester's giving you this information.
You're such a good vampire.
Damn for you.
Yeah, one of them too.
Just the sake of political correctness with Ed's character.
In
'Kay.
answer to Rogar's question, I don't know why I was attacking you. Everything just went cold, and it just felt like you attacking them was, or to defend them was the right thing to do.
when
But I had to defend with my life.
when did that come in? Were you outside? Were you inside?
What, attacking you guys?
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
when you felt the surge.
Yeah, when you felt, what was it? When that guy entered the bodies? What was it? When was it?
It was when
Oh, go on.
if he doesn't remember, it was when you went to attack them.
Yeah, it was and then you had the thought of, right, I want to attack them. That's when I took the sword off you. It was just before that. That's when everything. It's all quite vague at the moment for me.
I still don't trust this guy. I want to take him to the magistrate.
That's fine. Then take me to the magistrate.
Yeah, we'll see how much he trusts you, how much you're in the inner circle.
Excellent,
actually a
brilliant.
dark
Okay, well, get me out of this darkness, and we'll walk up there together with the guard. Then, come on, let's go.
We're
I'm going to
tying
lean
you.
in and whisper in his ear and say, just remember you came to us because we're the guys that are going to solve this issue.
Yes,
Got a fucking
I'm
problem.
aware. I do have a
I can
problem.
solve the issue. I'm still fucking talking. I
Oh,
can solve this issue by putting my rapier through your fucking back, you little cunts. You'll do what we ask you and when we ask you, because we're the people that have been entrusted with this mission.
you've been interested. Stop. No. You could put a rapier in my back, but I need to be clear. You've been entrusted with this mission because of me, and I've the ear of the magistrate.
Sure, the contract is
Aye.
with the magistrate,
Listen.
not with you.
Yeah, the contract is with the magistrate. The actual details of this specific mission that will help your existing mission was confounded by me. Now I need to
Oh,
be
the
clear.
magistrate
My
was the
influence.
Not
No,
going,
no,
"Guards,
magistrate.
Come take this man away, and I'll drop darkness. and
I
I'll
throw the rope.
inst-
I throw the rope to you. I throw
As-
the rope to you,
as-
fine.
As you do this and the guards step forward and they see who it is that you've got, they step back and stand to attention a little bit, and the mage sort of dusts himself off, walks over to them. Escort me to the magistrate with these idiots. And they sort of stand to attention and begin to fall in either side of him.
This mage got a lot of patience, fair play.
I'm just saying, some guy fucking knocks on your door at 1 o'clock in the morning with 3 dead bodies and goes, "Oh, by the way, I've got nothing to do with
Yeah,
it."
and only offers 500 gold.
Before we run off, Achilles wants to go and look at that medallion and do an Arcana check on it.
Yep. So roll for Arcana check.
9.
Okay, it's just a brass medallion.
You'd have been better off asking me to do that. But...
Oh, I did. I
Missed that
must
bit.
have asked that 9 times.
Did
What I
you?
missed.
I
Okay.
started an argument with the mage. Because that's who Zavros is now. He's the sulky...
Zavros
little
is
arsehole.
sulking all the time. Things aren't going his way. So, what would you like to do then?
I take the medallion. I take the medallion and put it in a bag, so it can't
Okay.
see anything.
Okay. So at this point, you will all fall in and begin to follow the mage, yeah, with the guards?
Yeah.
Okay, and at this point, we will end the session for today. So, I'm just going to sign off the stream, but thank you, and then I'll come back to you. I'll be shortly now.